Okay, so the 3.2 to scratch handicap is well underway. Started with a great round at Sandmoor Golf Club, which has taken me to 2.5. Today we're taking on Cookridge Hall. No drone, because we're too close to Leeds Bradford Airport. And it's a tough one, tough start. And the 18th hole absolutely hates me, so stick around for that. Plus something extra special coming for you guys as well today on the putting green. So watch on, enjoy. We've got 4-iron on the first because I'm worried about reaching the water. Simply. And it's unbelievably hot, so whether or not we actually survive today's round will be a bit of a win, to be honest. That was a nice strike. Now just don't reach the water. No, it's never ever going to reach the water. Could have probably hit more club. Very much afraid to do so, but happy with the result. Super 4-iron. I've got 120 playing down to 113, but it's downwind. No preferred lies, not the best lie in the fairway, which I don't love. This might come out low and spinny, which is fine. I'm trying to hit this about 105. Well, it was struck nice. It needs a kick left. Never mind, it also needs to go. Well, that didn't go well after a great drive. Seems to be a symptom of my game recently. Well, that certainly wasn't my best approach by any stretch. However, the last time I played here, I made bogey on the first. We won't talk about how, but I actually played really well in the end, so shouldn't be too much of a concern, even though I'm going to get this up and down. Sort of like that. Yep, pleased with that. Just go tidy that one up. So we have been putting into effect a new method of putting, not in terms of technique, and it doesn't really work here, so you'll see it a bit better on a later hole. But we'll shout that out later on, after I've hopefully knocked this in or started to question everything about my life if I can't hole it. Okay, not solid in any way, but we have come off with a 4, and that's a nice start. I'm fine with that. Shall we just say I was trying to warm up all facets of my game there, get the chipping working, and it did, luckily for me. But now we stare straight at stroke index 1, and my driver was garbage the last time I was out, so I would love to rectify that and not hit these little chicks in front of me. Oh, that's a bit far left. To be honest, it should hopefully be fine. There's just one tree that sticks out and didn't see it bounce, but we'll give it a go from there at the very least. We're not in any real danger. 1 or 2 problems here, but nothing we can't conquer, I don't think. The trees are in the way, but right of this flag is absolutely fine, and I can draw the ball, or I normally do. Oh, I've duffed it a bit. Well, I always said it was a layup, and that's what we've gone for. Trying too hard to draw it. Okay, nothing to be too flustered about there. 86 yards into the wind, probably playing 90. Pins towards the back, so don't really want to go long. And if you make bogey on stroke index 1, you're not going to cry too much about it, to be honest. But we're not out of it yet. Well, that was royally dug out. What did I say about going long? Okay, here's the new method then. You get to the low point of the putt in terms of break. You can then clearly tell whether the ball is above the hole or not, which it's pretty obvious it is. This is going to be rapid. You get an idea of the break as well. Can't remember who I've learned this off now. Ralph Bauer, I think it was. Pretty well-known coach in America. Let's see if it works. Turn a bit. Well, that's very good. It's going to just wiggle on by, but at least I've seen it. Okay, guys, it's obviously early on, but it is supposed to be about 33 or so degrees here today, and my pasty English skin can't cope, so if I start hallucinating or not making sense, then that'll be why. Believe it or not, 5 is more than fine with me. I'm happy with that. I would get 2 points in Stableford. Oh, there's so much perspiration on my back currently. And we have our first par 5, so an opportunity to maybe get back that lost stroke there. But it is an absolute snake-a-thon. Right first, then left, OB all the way up the right. So we can't really hit it over there with the driver and hope to have any results. So it's a 4-iron down to the corner. That was a tiny bit toey, but in on decent line. Yeah, going to be a long approach from the left-hand side, but we're in play and that's the main thing here. You don't want to start getting silly early on when the card is in the hands. Right, gang, I've kept the same club from the tee. It's about 254 to the flag that I can't see. Fraught with danger, not the best lie either. I just take solid contact just right of these trees and I think we'll be fine. I don't think I'll be able to get there, but we might be able to get close with a good one. That's the main objective, just hit a good one. Well, it was struck well, just flared. Should be fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. Just maybe drift off the right edge, but we should have a little chip on. I did say this hole wasn't particularly easy, and even though I've only got 55 yards and a not terrible angle because of the false front left of this flag, not really anywhere to land it. That's a semi-shank. Just don't go in the water. Not at all as I'd planned, surprisingly. No bueno, if you couldn't guess. Luckily not in the water. And we do have green to work with and an opportunity for greatness. Oh, I've gone right under it. Johnson! You Johnson! Can't really putt it either because it's too grabby. We'll chip again. That's way too aggressive. Oh, we've got work just to make a 6. Right, let's knock this in. And then we're going to announce a massive giveaway. If it doesn't go in, I might rescind. I'm joking. I have missed it. I won't rescind, although I do hate myself a bit because I've just made a 7 and gone 3 over. But in better news, this is your chance to win a T-squared putter, exactly the same TS912 model you see here in the silver finish, courtesy of my great friends at T-squared putters. All you have to do to enter: subscribe to the channel, comment on what your current putter setup is, and go to Instagram with the link being in the description to T-squared and give them a follow as well. Thank you very much to Mike and his team. Good luck to all of you. It's well worth it. Just the rest of my game needs a bit of work, but we'll persevere. Well, I can only apologise. The good part about it being that there was somewhat of a present there for you, but inside that present for me there was a poo or a turd or something rather unpleasant. But if you know me at all, I will not be giving up. Certainly not. I will either melt or I will come back. Starting here, it's about 148, Paul said, but into draft. So a nice smooth 8-iron is the way to go. Oh, I pulled it a bit. Great strike. Yeah, I'm going to struggle to make birdie from there because if memory serves, this green is wickedly sloping, but we'll find a way. Certainly can't get any worse with the chipping, and we've got an opportunity to find it. Yeah. Well, this should be good entertainment. It's all downhill to the hole. It's really going to test me, especially when the confidence is in the toilet after many a duff chip on the last. That's exactly where I wanted to land it. That pace control is immense. I don't think that's going to be a fun putt, mind you, but it could have been a lot worse. Right, guys, if you can see me on your screen here, I'm actually sat here creating a triangle in my mind's eye. So I know this is now uphill, and I know that I'm lower than this part of the green, so it's going left to right. It's just a case of how much. A lot is the answer. It sort of took a little gander towards the hole, but not really. I just hit that too hard. Oh dear. Alright. Not a lot done wrong there, just pulled the tee shot and come away with a 4, and that's how easy it is. And consistently poo so far, but we'll keep going. We'll find something shortly. Well, everyone, golf is hard. That was never really in doubt. At least you know it's honest, hopefully somewhat relatable. It doesn't always go your way. Does that change my method? Probably a little bit, yes. I'm going in search of birdies a little more than normal. One will be reloading, and I have to take the walk of shame back to my golf bag as well. I'll call it a provisional, but there is very little hope for my other ball. Oh dear. Why couldn't I do that first time? Obviously, says every golfer ever. Right, we've got a real battle on our hands. Okay, so I suppose the next question is, how do we respond to adversity? And well, we're about to find out, because I don't know. This was a good drive, actually. I think if I'd have just got it a little more right, I might have reached the front edge. And that's just got no spin. I landed that pretty much where I wanted, and it's absolutely nowhere near now. Right, about 17 or 18 feet or so for my bogey. And another mental reset coming, I think. Ooh, that was a nice putt, actually. I'm liking the technique I'm going for, just the result's not quite there. But that's not really been a problem with the putter, quite frankly. That's everything else, and that is a double to take me to 6 over through. Pretty obvious things have not gone to plan here. So we're going to start again. I know I'm 6 over through 5. That's appalling, but we've got, I don't even know how many holes. Let's see what we can do from here. It's about 124 flag off the right. That's got to go. I kind of chunked it. Go! Oh my God. I mean, it's brilliant now, but that was yet more resets coming if I wasn't careful. So I think I covered the water by about half a yard. Got a nice little hop up, and now we have this for a birdie. No. Still can't quite judge for the lack of green reading technique that we have, but we're getting there. At least it's a 3. We've had our second par of the day to go with 2 bogeys and 2 doubles, so we're gaining on it. We're somewhat hoping for better there, but a par is a good score, that's for sure. And we do have a par 5 now. It is into the wind though, which makes it longer. That should work. Lost it in the murky air, but just off the right edge of the trees. I'll be happy with that one. Good drive, that. We're in the fairway, that's good. It's playing 2-4-5 front, but it's into the wind, so it's everything I've got with the 3-wood, but you best believe I'm giving it a thrash, that's for sure. Hoping to get over the bunkers short of the green. Oh no. Get down, pulled it. Oh, that hit a tree hard, so it should have come backwards. Otherwise it was in some serious bother, but now it should be a good layup. Right, a bit of luck never hurt. It's a shame there was just no reason for luck before, just shoddy golf. 57 yards after a drop from the path. I don't really know where to land this, to be honest, so we're just going to go for the flop again and try not to clip the hosel this time. I didn't want to go right. Yeah, it's come up way short. We've hit a green in reg for the second hole in a row. That's surely worth a special prize of pat on the back and a drink of Fanta. That's a stunning view, just quietly. It's a shame about the quality of the golf. However, if I can somehow 1-putt this, more likely 2-putt, actually, we're not going to talk about the other thing that could happen. We'll have had 2 solid holes in a row, which is nice. Heat got to me, struggled to bring enough muscle to it. Right, come on, to stay level through 2. Good putt, good 5 in the end. Not an easy par 5, especially into the wind, so good for me. Well, managed to sneak away with a par there, which is pretty good, to be honest. That's a tough hole, even though it is a par 5 and I like to decimate them where possible. Shortish par 4 here. Feels like the wind's at my back. 300 front. Sounds like a challenge. Stay right. It's drifting left. I think that might well be in the front left bunker, but of all the places it could have gone based on what I've been doing so far, that's quite good. Pretty good result this. I'm greenside, and this time without the use of a provisional. Luckily the green is sloping towards me, so that should help. It's not the best lie in the bunker, but it's okay. I think if I can just land it on the green and spin it a tiny bit. Let's come out a bit hard spin. Yeah, it's good. It's going to be a nasty little downhill putt, but birdie putt, we need it. We need a lot of them. How can such a short putt turn that much is the question I ask. And by that, I mean it clearly did. Well, we were so close to having 2 birdies in 3 holes, and yet not quite going our way. Not to worry. Right, we're well and truly tossing aside caution. Absolutely butchered that phrase. However, we're not going to butcher this. On a direct line to the green, it's only 300 front. So I'm just going to aim at the little white soldier, make sure I get it over the tree. Wind is going to push it that way, and we're going to be in the middle of the fairway with a chip on, because this hole is unbelievably difficult if you play it conventionally. So I'm not going to. If that's not perfect, I will eat my shoe. And it's a nice shoe from Fitville as well. Well, for once a plan has come together. I'm in the greenside bunker, so the drive has gone a good 300. No, it's come out right. Stay there. Didn't play that well at all, actually. Took far too little sand, played it too spinny. Okie dokie. It's a birdie putt. This is a tough hole. So playing the aggressive route has worked to some degree. I'd have definitely taken this off the tee. Uphill and considerably left to right. Never hard enough. If that wasn't obvious by the tutting. Stop oscillating, thank you. Right, finished the 9 well. We won't talk about the start. And we'll move on to the back and see what we can come up with there. And at this point, anything could happen, really, from both Paul and I. I tell a lie, Paul's on 19 points, and that included a snowman. I mean, overall, it was shocking, let's face facts. Don't know whether the heat got to me, but that was at the start, so probably not a good excuse. But none of the facets of my game are very good. Haven't putted poorly, but I haven't holed anything either. Need some kind of spectacular back 9 or something the gods themselves would be proud of. Par 5 to start the back 9, and then another par 5 straight after that, so I like that. There is a ditch crossing the fairway at 270, but it's downwind, so we're giving this the beans. Whatever that means at this stage, I don't know. Well, that was given the beans in the wrong direction. I think that is jungle over there. Well, this isn't fun, but once again very much self-inflicted in that I was wild off the tee, obviously. I can get it through, that's pretty much the only thing I can do. I've got no swing otherwise, I don't want to decapitate myself. Just like that. Even skedaddled into the fairway. Okay, back in the fairway, third shot. 124 flag, slightly helping off the right and everything will feed left. So I send it towards the middle of the green with my usual or hopeful draw. Or just pull it left of the flag. And it's enormous. Where is that going? That's taken a big kick forwards and left, and we've missed yet another green. Oh man, this is a battle, a war of attrition. I feel like I'm in the Sahara Desert. Yet another interesting look for me, having missed the green with what was not really a bad shot. It's just landed on this side slope and careened long left. I couldn't do much more. Yet another dirty downhill putt for my par, after a bit of an adventure, to say the very least. Not many easy putts at Cookridge Hall GC, are there, Paul? No flat spots, to be honest. For some reason, I just felt unbelievably confident over that. I'm not sure why. No reason to be at this stage, but good 5. Level par for quite a few holes in a row now, which is nice. Okay, second successive par 5. It is a snaker of a one. This time it goes left first and just massively. It's 250 to run out of fairway, so 4 iron. Can't really do anything else without just plonking it in the trees, which you don't want to do, obviously. Done that many a time already today and don't want to do it again. When you can hit a 4 iron like that, how can you be so poo half the time? Somewhere up there, 3 wood, just get a good strike on it, aiming a little further right this time to counteract the fact that it just goes left with gay abandon. Well, that went well. Pretty much bang on the line I was aiming for. Was hoping for a bit of draw, but hopefully just a chip on from there. We're not in any danger, I don't think. Okie dokie, 46 yards to the flag. Not going to get any spin yet again. So I think if I just land this 10 feet right of the flag and somewhere just on the green, it'll hopefully roll to the pin. I'm still in search of a birdie, so this would be wonderful if I could get this close. That's exactly where I wanted to land it. Get up there, please. Came out a little bit more spinny, but it's a good shot. I'm okay with it. All jokes aside, does anybody know a guy? My trolley's a disaster. The poor hillbilly is struggling. It's not as close as I was hoping for, but it is a birdie putt. We've had a few. Just time to convert. Finally. Good pace straight in the middle, probably 3 feet by and then testing scenes, but we finally had a birdie, and after all that I think we're back to 5 over and battling away as always. All jokes aside, my trolley is kaput. There's like a plastic thing that holds the top of the bag on it and it's just melting, it's that hot. Never mind, if I have to carry it I will. Nice par 4 this, I love this view. Down into the corner, 382 but substantially downhill and downwind. A little on the thin side, but it's exactly where I was aiming. Run like the clappers. I've got 103 flag, but it is downwind, so I'm trying to hit this about 95. I think I'm starting to hallucinate because that doesn't look 103, but never mind. Spin. Oh, I'm giving Paul a line. Just not getting the best breaks in the fairway. It just seems to sit down, so that came out very low, but I'm putting, it's fine. Not the most makeable birdie putt with wedge in hand, but I'll take greens in regulation after the chaos of earlier. Anyway, playing some much more solid golf. Unfortunately, took me till the 7th hole to start, I think. Wow, that's snapped. Otherwise, it was a good putt aside from the read. Even with my new fandangled knowledge. I'll just wait, Paul. Good four. Actually doing really nicely aside from 5 horrific holes to start. Now, Paul and I had a quick conflab after that hole, and I'm fairly certain after a catastrophic first 6, I'm actually 1 under gross after that. I'm very concerned about the camera, so let's hit this quickly. I told Paul not to go left, and he did, so I'm not going to go left, that's for sure. I've gone left. I was trying to hit a fade and I just towed it. I've got the whole world right, you todger! Right, we have 146. I've managed to avoid the bunker. My tee shot was that bad. That would normally be a little 8, but I think I might get a flyer, so it's a 9-9. And I'm just aiming over the corner of these trees, I think. Draw. Draw. That looks big. That's a big bounce. And a bit right. No draw. The good news is, I'm just about pin high, so judge the distance well. The bad thing is, I'm not on the path, but I'm in a sort of scabby area whereby people have been leaving the green. Played somewhat magically. Thank goodness for my short game, it gets me out of quite a few sticky situations. Very nice. Very happy with a 4 there after a terrible drive. What a lovely up and down that was, guys. And we have 2 par 3s in a row, which is quite unusual, but I've got great memories. I made a 2 on this after hitting a gap wedge to about 6 feet, and then was inches from a hole in 1 on the next. What I wouldn't give for that stretch of holes. I'd get back to my handicap. 9-iron, downwind 148. Well, that's as nicely as I can hit a 9-iron. It's just drifting left. And only just got up, but it's a green in regulation and very much a different hole from the white tees, that's for sure. I can't talk about what's round my neck because I'm embargoed. Just let me tell you, it's ace in this weather. And we've met a little kitten. Come on, sweetheart. Oh, sorry, yeah, I forgot. I'm on the green. Only just got up, to be fair, even though I absolutely smashed that 9-iron. Turn. Get in. Oh, no. Mrs. Mittens, just come and knock my ball in. Would that count? Probably not. Right. Great putt, that. Will be a 3. Good score. Not an easy hole from the back tee, to be fair. I'm happy with that. Still 5 over, I believe. Right, guys, a very similar yardage to the last, maybe a couple of yards shorter, and that's a cheeky flag. I'm going to steer clear of that and go left of it. You know, I've accidentally gone right of it, but it's well struck. Catch a piece. I've gone long. Paul and I have both misjudged the wind. Well, my little golfing friends, this is the worst possible miss. I'm in the bunker. Well, I'm not in the bunker, but the ball is. Not a good lie. Straight downhill from where we are. It's just a chop it out onto the green and hope it gets to the flag. Get down there. Please get down there. It was centimetres from being brilliant and now horrid, and I'll probably hole it. How far do I have to aim this out? A long way. To be fair, I've said a million times, I'm probably better at these touchy putts than I am normal ones, to be honest. And I'm putting nicely. A competition winner will definitely improve with this thing in their hands. I've hit that way too hard. Well, actually, it wasn't a million miles off, but when you've really got to get the speed and the line right, It looks awful. Ah, that's a bit of a naughty 4. It wasn't a bad tee shot, but never mind. Well, what a shame that was. Again, didn't do a lot wrong, but that's golf. And we have a stretch of difficult holes here in my Nemesis down 18. Oh, cut hard. Keep cutting. Keep cutting. Oh my goodness. That was left, fortunately cutting, but we're going to have to get lucky to have a gap through the trees. So in the end, I did end up in the thick rough. Paul basically stood on this. I can only just see it. I'm just hitting and hoping with the sand wedge. Not got much strength left, and this will probably deplete it all. And it hasn't come out. I'm going to struggle to find it. I have found it. This is even worse. This is the jungle. Ah, man. Where did that go? This is a disaster. I'm out. I hit the tree. Cool. Oh, man. Not overly sure how many I've had now. Still got the same ball somehow. And the wind's picked up at 90 yards. Well, that's all over it. Please be the right number. It is the right number. That's nearly gone in. I got out the calculator, and I think this is for a double bogey, and quite frankly, it'd be quite a good one after a kamikaze hole. Oh dear, oh dear. Sorry about the children losing their marbles in the woods. Never had that before. What a double. That might be the best double I've ever made. If I'd have just hit my tee shot there, I'd have had a 3. Oh, we're off to do some soul searching after this, or maybe on the drive home if I don't pass away from the heat. The car will be roasting. And this is a tough hole, especially for my shape. I can't really fade it. And that's all I can do. It was an opposite fade draw. It was a fade. I think it landed short of the trees, but it's definitely in them now. Well and truly in the trees, so just a chip out. No way of getting to the green without severe danger, which I don't really want. I'm going to give it my all to the end because the 18th hates me and I want redemption. We're out in the fairway. Okay, 70 yards to get up and down, and an unbelievable up and down it would be, and a crap lie. All jokes aside though, thank you to Cookridge. It is a lovely course, it's just beating me up today. Wish I'd played from the yellows now. Somehow bounce left. And stop. Well, not got to grips with the speed of the greens there. I can't speak anymore, I'm sorry. Well, I'll go through the process because I'm a consummate unprofessional. Snapping and uphill. Oh my. Another great effort. I've actually putted well and played the rest of the game like an absolute buffoon, unfortunately. And I believe, should that go in, which it has, that'll be 9 over with 1 to go. Luckily, the WHS suggests that only your best 8 of 20 count, because this won't be in that 8. Okay, 18th hole, a beautiful finish, especially for the second shot. It's so drivable. It's like 270 to the middle, probably playing 250, but there's nowhere to land it. It just bounces hard left towards the pond, regardless of what you do. Even if you were inch perfect, it'd end up in the water. So, 6 iron. Let's see if I can conquer my Nemesis. That's more left than I wanted, but it should be fine. It was struck well. Yeah, I'm fine from there. Just the water to consider, duffing it in there. Right, here's the dilemma then. I'm gonna have to flirt with the water to get this anywhere near the hole. It's 67 yards, which I absolutely hate for a number of reasons. And we can't do that because I can't flop it over the water. So we're gonna get creative. We're gonna land it right of the water and let it just run all the way around. No idea if this will work. That did not work as I'd hoped. I was expecting a big kick up the hill and then down and round, and it was soft, so oh dear. Alright, let's finish on a high and finish with a chip in maybe. Or at least an up and down. Just okay, not as quick as I was expecting. Thank you all if you've made it this far, and if you are new, don't forget to like and subscribe and enter the giveaway. It'll be running for the majority, if not all, of June. So get your entries in. And let's try and finish at 9 over. Too hard. Too hard. Not something I say too often. And well, it ends in a sorry state. Thank you so much for watching. We'll just throw that one in the bin and forget about it. Goodbye.